हट जाते हैं, हमको देख के किसी से समझ रहा है क्या?
नहीं नहीं सर, कोई बात नहीं।
थोड़ा सा बोला
सर जब हम एम करना चाहे तो Good afternoon, students. So today we are going to start a new chapter. This is a poem, and the name of the poem is Sea Fever. This is for class 10 and class 9 also. So lesson number 6, and the poet is John Masefield. Okay. So before going to start the poem, I just wanted to say something about the poet, that is John Masefield. So who was John Masefield? John Masefield was a writer, a poet, but instead of all that, actually as a profession, he was a Navy merchant officer. Okay, so his quest or thirst for sea or any voyages, it's very natural. And but what about his compassion or passion about the writing poetry or all that? That is also his unique quality. So today we will discuss about this poem, but not like a line by line explanation. I just give you some new ideas about the structure of the poem. Whatever the poem you going to start or you will read, at first you have to know what is the structure of the poem. Okay, so each and every poem are made through a unique structure or a complete structure. So it's not like that we are just going through by our text or line by line explanation, not like that. We have to know the structure of the poem. So what will be the structure? What is the structure of the poem? At first we have to know. So what is the structure? The structure is like that, the pattern in this way, or how to build the poem. So let's start. Okay, so the first line I've started right now. I must go down to the seas again, to the lonely sea and the sky. This is the first line or the beginning line of this poem, and the first stanza is starting with that, and the second stanza also same, starting with 4 lines, and the third stanza also same, 4 lines. So 4 into 3, there are total 12 lines in this poem. So each and every stanza are consisted with 4 lines. They are called quatrain. So in English literature, they are called quatrain. These 4 line stanzas are basically called quatrain. And now it's clear to everyone, the whole poem is totally 12 lines are there, and 3 stanzas are there. So in each stanzas, we can get 4 lines, and these 4 line stanzas are called quatrains. So now focus on the first stanza. So the first line is, I must go down to the seas again, to the lonely sea and the sky. And the second line, and all I ask is a tall sea and a star to steer hard by. And the third line, and the wheels kick, and the wind song, and the white sails shaking, and the grey means from the sea's face, and the grey drawn begging. Just focus on the structure of this line. If we give the name, the first line of the poem as A. Suppose we give the first line as A. Okay, we'll take it as A, and the second one is what I just wanted to say, the similarity between the two ending words of those 2 lines. That means sky and by. The ending words of the first line is sky, and the ending words of the second line is by. Okay, so sky and by. So they are look like, that means rhyming words. And the third line, the ending word is shaking, and the fourth line also breaking. So shaking and breaking are same. So the structure of this stanza, we can take the first line as named as A. So the second line also A. The third line, if suppose we will take it as a B, the fourth line also B. So the structure of the stanza is A B B. That is, I just want to explain you all the poet we will read in future, or whatever the poet is, they have their own poetic style or a lyrical tone. We can find a lyrical tone. So the lyrical pattern is A B B. Same in the second para also. Okay. So the second stanza, the first line is, I must go down to the seas again for the call of the running tide. And the second line is a wild call and a clear call that may not be denied. And all I ask is a windy day with the white clouds flying and the flung spray and the blonde foam and the seagulls crying. So tied and denied, flying and crying. So they are the similar word. That means it's better to say rhyming words: tied, denied, flying, crying. So they are the rhyming words. So we can give name the first line. If we take the first line as E, the second line also, if the first line as A, and the second line also A, because tied and denied, just like the sky and by. And the third line of the second paragraph, we will give them as the name B. The fourth line also B. So the same structure repeated here in the second stanza also: A B B. Remember, the thing is that there are three stanzas, and each stanzas has four lines, and this kind of stanzas are called quatrains, and then four line structures are A B B, and the same thing is repeated in the second stanza also. Okay, so the what will be the third stanza? Now look at the book. I must go down to the seas again, to the back grain, gypsy light, to the girl's way and the will's wave and wings like a wetted knife. And all I ask is a merry yarn from a laughing yellow rover, and quick sleep and a sweet dream when the long trek's over. So again, I repeat, life and knife is a similar one, and rover and rover also similar. But that means the rhyming words. They're the rhyming words. Okay, joy, toy, just like that. So the rhyme pattern also same here: A B B. So the whole poem is based on the structure AABB. That is the structure of the poem I discussed here. Okay, now we will turn to the literary devices or poetic devices. The poetic devices which are used there by the poem John Masefield. Okay, so what are the poetic devices? First one is the alliteration. So you have to know what is alliteration. Alliteration is a literary term, which is basically used for a rhythm. Whenever a same sound or same letter is used in a sentence, in a paragraph, again and again, for the sake of a rhythm. Okay, we can better say it for the sake of a rhythm. So this is called alliteration. Again and again the same sound is repeated. If the same sound is repeated, this is called alliteration, which is here also in the second paragraph and the first paragraph. And the second thing is that here is the use of assonance. Assonance means the repetition of, this is also a literary poetic devices, the repetition of vowel sound. Now we will find the I asked is, a tall, sheep, and a star. So what are the vowel sounds? Only five are there. So A, E, I, O, U. The sound, just focus on the sound, not to the letter. Okay. So the vowel sounds, if the vowel sounds is repeated in same line or in one line, all of you, whenever you are in your home, just open the book and try to find the same sound, either it's vowel sound or consonant sound. So what is called assonance? Assonance are that when we use a vowel sound, not only when we use repeatedly a vowel sound, then it's a case of assonance. And when we use when there is a use of some consonant sound, it is called consonance. Okay, assonance and consonance, they two are the literary devices usually used in different poem. And in this poem also we can see the uses of different poetic devices. Number one is alliteration, the rhythmic sound of again and again repeatedly using of same sound. And the assonance means the vowel sound repetition, and consonance, that means the consonant sound repetition. And images also. Here we can see the C image. C is react as the image. What is C? C is not like a natural not only a natural material, not like that. C is a vibration of life also here. C is a liveliness, representative of liveliness. C is a inspiration here. C is again represented here a beauty, a sense of beauty also. Like the tide also, star is not only star here as a natural element. Star is here object which that means we can see, we can find here star is a guide here. Okay, so image also, here use image, that is also a poetic devices. And personification. Okay, what is personification? Personification, the term completely derived from person, that means person, human person or human being. So when the human qualities, women qualities are input to, input in inanimate objects, human qualities to get in, human qualities to give human qualities to inanimate object. Inanimate object, that means non-living things. So when the sea or the sky or the tall sea or the just like these inanimate objects are react like a human beings. Okay, or we can take them, we take them as a human beings. They are not human at all, but we, for the sake of imagination, for the sake of creativity, for the sake of our creation, some poets, and we can use image. Number 5, personification, and so many images also used here. So they are the basic things we of life. This sea voyages are so adventurous to the poet. The poet is no more to go for the voyages, sea voyages, to enjoy, not happy in our human life, because our life, our so-called general life is so bored, and always wanted to go for the sea voyages, which is more adventurous. And the second thing is that here the poet completely describe here the which is more complicated. Human life is more complicated rather than a sea voyages. Maybe sea voyages can, if you go for the sea voyages or a adventure, then you have to take all the risks, and you have to face all the dangers. But our life is also so complicated. This kind of dangers is quite mild to the poet. It can be so mild, or it can be so adventurous. So the poet is not ready to do the household work, or to stay in home. See, he better to know, he just wanted to go for the sea voyages, new voyages, for the new adventures. Okay, so it's end here, sir. Okay, so sir, sir, finished. So what will I do?